Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to go over my coffee setup as it was at the end of 2022. This has been my exact setup for about 2 years now, and I'm making this video because it's time to make a couple of changes to my setup, including a new espresso machine in addition to the Oracle Touch, and a couple of improvements to the coffee area to make brewing more enjoyable. The current setup has all the equipment located in one corner of the kitchen, and the current workflow kind of goes from right to left with the grinder and tamp tools on the right, then the Oracle Touch and knockbox in the center, and bean storage and counter space for drinks on the left. First, I'll cover each tool I use. You can find more details on those in the video description or at coffeewiser.com. And then I'll discuss what I don't like about my current setup and what I plan to do about it. First, the grinder and tools. Here we have the Monolith Flat Max by Cafatech, a company out of Washington State. I've had this one for 2 years, and it replaced another Flat Max I previously had, but with different burrs. This one has burrs that are optimized for light and medium roast. This grinder comes with a really nice funnel and a plastic bean cup and RDT bottle to spray and shake beans before you grind to help reduce static electricity. The beans go in at the top, then towards the end of the grinding, you can use the Mr. Puff bellows to push any remaining coffee grounds out of the grinder. And finally, the chute is removable so you can sweep any grounds left in the tip. So this is as close as you can get to a zero retention grinder. You can also adjust the speed of the burrs here on the side, and this gives you a range from 0 to 400 RPM. Grinding at different RPMs will give you different brewing results. I normally stick with 350 RPMs. This is an endgame grinder for me. I don't think I will ever want or need another grinder. I absolutely love it. The owner of Cafatech, Dennis, personally tests espressos from each grinder the company ships to make sure it meets his quality standards. I also use this WDT tool from B+. I actually have a lot of different WDT tools, but this is still my favorite one because the wires are thin and flexible, and I get consistently nice results with this tool. I do use a distributor tool sometimes. This is a generic one I bought off of Amazon, and I bought this one specifically because it measures 58.3 millimeters in diameter, so it distributes coffee as close to the basket walls as possible. For tamping, I use a self-leveling tamper by Decent Espresso. As you can see, this has an edge that protrudes beyond the basket so that every tamp is perfectly level. Also, this is calibrated to tamp at 25 pounds of pressure to add more consistency to each shot. I'm very happy with this tamper. And then I keep both of these tools on a tamping station stand from Decent Espresso. I have 2 scales. This basic scale is inexpensive and it just works all the time. I love it. I also have an Akaya Lunar scale, but I have a love-hate relationship with it, frankly. Personally, I don't think it's worth the price tag of over $250, but that really depends on your application. Then of course, we have the Oracle Touch machine. There are many things I love about this machine and a few things that I wish were better. I'll do a 3-year review on the machine in the next few weeks. In short, the conical burr grinder is decent, the tamp fan does deliver inconsistent doses sometimes, and the group head is solid, minus small water temperature instability. And finally, I have these bean storage containers that I like, but frankly, don't use too much. Right now, I just have a bag of decaf for late afternoon drinks. Under the Oracle Touch is my coffee drawer, where I keep the RDT spray, milk thermometer, baskets, scales, portafilters, tweezers, other WDT tools, and other coffee accessories. In this left cabinet are cups, and on the other side, in this right cabinet, are my single dosing containers, some coffee, and flavored syrups. So that is my current setup at the end of 2022. For 2023, I plan to make a few changes. First, I want to fix a few things with my workflow. I want to go in a single direction. Right now, I am grinding, then going back to the right to tamp, then moving left to use the espresso machine, and then moving right again to use the knockbox. So I plan to reorder the workflow to move in a single continuous direction. Second, every day I walk across the kitchen to rinse the portafilter, and I undoubtedly drip water on the floor at some point. I've been wanting a sink right here by the coffee machine for years now, so I'm going to do it this year. It will save me time, increase my brewing enjoyment, and avoid issues with my wife. Third, I would like to add an espresso machine that can do pressure profiling. Also, I would like a machine with a saturated group head to increase water temperature stability. And lastly, I would like a machine that can do volumetric brewing. I will be keeping the Oracle Touch because I still like it for its speed and convenience, and I want to continue to compare the Oracle Touch with the strengths and weaknesses of other machines. In the next few weeks, I'll provide an update on the new machine and a new setup for 2023. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to click the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.